Okay, here's location 2, pivot 2, same field, and the other one is on the other side of that hill. Can't see it from here. We've got a little bit of backfilling to do around this pipe. We need to move these spools out of the way. Then we need to pick this pivot point up and move it because our pad goes right under where this pivot point is. So we'll get unloaded and start backfilling and moving. Well, my form boards, our second set of form boards weren't eating good, so I ended up running to town and get some more. These 2x6s are getting expensive. So here we're at. This is where we're at. See how the wind does and the noise, because wind's starting to pick up. We'll get these forms screwed together. We have one corner that's a lot lower than the other ones, so we're just going to raise that up to make it match everything else. That's the beauty of having these stakes and screwing it in there, that we can just adjust it. Well, the rest of it is all just a repeat of the last one, so we'll do a time lapse on that. it shows up on the camera or not, but this is completely different soil than that other irrigator. The topsoil is very sandy. It has some black dirt in it, but and that's very shallow. And then underneath that is all gravel. The black dirt it's really a lot of high clay content, and then underneath it is, you could almost do modeling clay with this stuff. This is just completely, it's just all clay. Underneath there's a layer of sandy clay, but it's still clay. So completely different, only half a mile apart, and completely different soil types. Some places have really changed around here, but this is going to make it a lot harder for me to do the screeding to get our under the center of the pad to be 4 inches. It's not going to be as smooth. That's okay. It will pack good. So, but digging the trench around the outside for that thickened edge is going to be a lot harder to do. Lots of work. Alright, well, digging's all done, or the prep is all done for the pad. Rebar's all in. I did put some gravel on here. There was some up on the hill from left over from when we backfilled the pipeline. I just used it on top of here because it's hard to get the clay, the chunks broke up. I didn't want to wait for it to dry out. And anyway, concrete's ordered. Be here bright and early in the morning. So see you then. All right, well, I didn't film any of it, but we got the concrete done. And our goal isn't to get a perfectly smooth finish. This isn't a garage floor. We're not going to be sweeping it. We want it to get hard. That's our goal on concrete. The only added thing we want is if we have to work on the irrigator, we don't want it killing our knees. So we try to get a little smooth. But other than that, don't call me for concrete work because this is what it'll look like. Enough for an irrigator. Well, we're back. We're on that concrete pad. And the next step is to put the pivot point onto the pad. So there's the pad, there's the pivot point. We got our boom truck hooked up. And we'll lift it up and put it in place. Okay, so this one wasn't quite perfect, but we're off by a few inches, which makes a big deal. But we'll get set up with a ratchet strap, and we'll get it in place. And then when we power it up, it'll lock right down. Another one. Well, it's still up in the air a bit, but once we put some power on it and start walking it, it'll come down to the ground.